your group is healthy. You got all the numbers.
You know, we're I won't say healthy yet, but they were out there. You know,
you've got bodies out.
Yeah,
the guys are out there.
Yeah. So I'm happy to at least have most of them practicing.
Whatever the problem was against Virginia Tech, it looked like a lot of that was cleared up this past week. Obviously, the defensive scheme was different, but how much better were the guys against Notre Dame?
Oh, 1,000% better. You know, having Heck back is important. You know, when you're setting the edge on the one side, you know he's not 100%, but even him at 80% is big for us. Because you know, in protection especially, you know, you got to go 5-0. You know, if you got 5 guys blocking, they all got to win. One guy loses, you give up a sack. And you know, we cleaned up a few things with launch points and backs and O-line, and I think everybody took it to heart. And so, you know, I just thought they came out with a great focus and intensity. They were embarrassed by the way they played the week before. We all were. And, you know, they took a stand and did some good things.
A couple of things, obviously, to build on. They didn't give up a sack. Mm-hmm. Notre Dame was like third in the country in third down defense. You guys were 50-something% conversion.
53, yeah.
5 for 6 in red zone. They were one of the top defenses in the country in red zone defense. Those are 3 big things.
Yeah, I think they were number 3 in scoring going in too. You know, so you know it's that's what we've been telling these guys is if everybody just does their job and does the best they can every play, we can be really good on offense. You know, don't try to do somebody else's job, and don't have dumb mental mistakes. You know, yeah, guys are going to get beat here or there, and that's fine. That's part of the game. But if we don't just kill ourselves, you know, we had 2 drives that weren't any good, and it was self-inflicted wounds. Other than that, you know, they did a nice job. So, yeah, I mean, that's the thing. You've seen us move the ball against some great defenses, and we've also looked below average against other people. So we just have to be consistent.
Barring the unforeseen, nobody gets hurt, dinged up your next couple of days of practice, you'll have the same starting lineup unit for consecutive weeks. I imagine that's got to be huge, especially with the chemistry that they'll have to develop, and if they can develop, just being out there together.
Oh, it's huge. It's you know, you got to have 5 guys playing together, and you know, when you're really good, every one of them knows what the other guy's already going to do and say and think. And so we're not there yet, but it's big to have that chemistry. You know, and I just want us to get to where we're 100% healthy, and we're in good shape to roll some guys in if we need to, and you know, again, not be scared to death of one guy going down and not having everybody take their spot. So, yeah, chemistry, all that stuff, it's big.
A few weeks ago, when Caleb was still working himself back into full shape and being 100% or close to 100% healthy, he and Will were splitting a lot of the series. Mm-hmm. What's the ratio now?
It was a lot more Caleb this week. And that's nothing against Will. You know, we just felt like Caleb started getting more healthy and was maybe playing a little bit better. And I'll be honest with you, I was just trying to say, these 5 guys started out well. Let's just keep it that way and see if we can build on it and get some chemistry and continuity. And there was just no reason to rotate. And that's hard as a coach because some of those other kids worked their butts off. You look at Jared Cohen, did a great job, played 2.5 games, and he didn't see the field. And, you know, that's where you got to be a tremendous teammate, and he has been. And he deserves to play. But it was, you know, my job is to put the best group and do the best we can to win a game, and at that point in time I felt like they were playing well together.
But in a lot of ways, isn't that ideal? Because that's sort of what you envision, barring any injuries, that he wasn't really going to see the field for a while or much. So if he's not seeing it now, it means everything else is in place.
I think so, but you know, he's played now, and I'll be honest, he played well.
Yeah.
You know, so you know, again, I'm not going to sell him short. It wasn't like he was out there just surviving.
Oh, I understand.
You know,
yeah. And you have that experience to fall back on now in case something does happen.
Yeah. And that's where you would like to just get him a series or 2 here and there, just kind of keep him in the flow and maybe give one of those guys a rest. If we're playing fast like we were Saturday, you know, I think we had 88 snaps or something like that. Sometimes it's not a bad thing to get a guy a blow for a series.
What will be their greatest challenge against what Georgia Tech does?
You know, I think Georgia Tech is very sound in what they do. They play really hard. That's one thing I noticed on film is they play extremely hard. All 11 guys are flying to the ball, and you know the nature of the game. You know, about every offense has had about 9 series a game. You know, Miami had 47 snaps, which is below. We had 60 last year. So you know that each series is a premium. You can't have mental mistakes. You can't have turnovers, and you got to capitalize on every series.
All starts.
Exactly. Penalties, you can't do that. You can't kill yourself with penalties. So that's the premium right there. We have to play smart.
Looks like that.